So the lift kit on Thor is taking longer than I expected, just because everyone's busy now, because now we're going back to school, and then some people are going back to work full-time and all stuff like that. First of all, if you haven't seen the video on this Tahoe, I just posted the video of it this morning, so check that out. But I have something to show you, and it is right behind me, as you can see. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, I lifted Thor. You guys know I've been up to this for a while. I've been posting videos on the series about it pretty constantly. And the reason why I've not showed the full video, which I still will, because I still have the 2 other videos in this series to show you, but I just can't hold this from you guys any much longer. But the front is lifted. I have a 3-inch lift in front, 2-inch spacers. So the spacers are 2 inches. You can't see them, but they're up there. And then the subframe spacers are down there. So the front is lifted. That wasn't that bad. But the rear has been giving me some grief. Excuse the peeling plasti dip. After I got the tires put on, you know, of course it's plasti dip. So I'm going to re-dip them and then eventually repaint them. But that's if I want to stick with these 18s. That's for another video. But for the tires, these are 265 60R18s. They are Nitto Ridge Grapplers. They are pretty big on this XC90. They drive really nice. It drives pretty much like stock, but the rear isn't lifted. So if I stand over here, it doesn't look like that big of a difference in front, like, but you know, between the front and the rear. But when I'm driving, I can really tell. But the rear hasn't been touched because there's nuts that hold the top suspension bolt that don't want to come out. So I'm giving up on that. Well, that's for the shock, but I don't know if you can see much of the suspension underneath. So we're just going to take everything out from the bottom, drop the spring, because let me show you the lift kit itself for the rear. So it goes over the spring like this. So, you know, the spring obviously fits here. So I just need to remove the bottom and then, you know, drop the spring and then put the shock through this. But in the instructions, this is what's been tripping me up. The instructions in this lift kit tell you to remove the shock completely. And then, you know, they're under here for the XC90s. And the XC90s have different rear suspension than the XC70s. This doesn't even have the Nivo mats, so it's not like it's extra complicated. It's just, this doesn't even have any rust on it, but the only place that there is a little bit of rust is on those top bolts, because they're kind of seized to the shocks themselves. So in the future, I do plan on getting the Bilstein B6 shocks, because they're a little bit stiffer, because I like the stiffer ride. I do have to say the front ride's stiffer than the rear, because I like how stiff the front is, and I love the fitment. Look at that. The tires are beautifully on there. So I think sometime next week, I really hope, or the end of this week, I'm going to get the rear lift on. But I just, again, really wanted to show you guys what this looks like. Also, let's see here. It rubs. It does rub when I'm on full lock. I had to do some trimming on the bumper over here, which it doesn't rub here anymore, but over here on full lock, when I'm turning right to the passenger side, it rubs quite a bit there. I don't know if you can see, so I gotta use my heat gun to sort that out. But other than that, I mean, it looks done, but it's not done. Hopefully it'll look a little bit taller once the rear is up, but I'm happy with the stance of it. I do have to say, I thought it would look taller, but it's probably because, well, it's definitely because I put the bigger tires on it, because before I put the tires on it, I'll try to post pictures of it too. It looked really tall in the front. It really looked squatted. Now that I have the bigger tires on it, it's not as bad. Let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to show you guys Thor, because the videos have been delayed with this, and I know I've been taking, well, it's not even me, it's just, it's complicated. Volvos have complicated suspension. It's not easy like that where you can just pop things out real easy. And this is a whole other story because it has air suspension. But I don't think there's anything else I need to share. But I just wanted to take a minute to show this thing to you guys because it looks really cool. And I can't wait to go on the first wheeling trip with it soon. Once the rear is lifted. We're supposed to be getting a hurricane tomorrow in Maryland, because I'll be today's Wednesday. You're gonna see this video in the next hour after I finish filming. So I don't know, with weather, hopefully everything gets sorted out pretty quickly, but I just keep posting onto the community tabs, and thank you guys for responding to that. Definitely check out the video of the Tahoe because I took time. I like how it turned out, and you're gonna see the Tahoe a little bit more on the channel, at least I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Have a good it's Tuesday, holy crap. But have a good rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you in the next one. Bye peeps.